guys? Welcome to another episode of the Drop Zone. Special episode tonight is we are previewing Clash at the Castle. As you can see, I'm joined by a wonderful panel tonight. So first thing I always do is introduce who's with me tonight. So first of all, Craig, welcome back, mate. Happy to have you on.
Yeah, good to see you, mate. Always a pleasure.
How's your week been so far? Not too bad?
Busy. Got the all clear on my knee yesterday, so back to football tomorrow. I can take the stone cold brace off. Stronger and hungrier to keep my belt, so no injury excuses anymore. So, yeah, I'm good.
Excellent. And Jake, welcome back again, mate. How are you?
Evening, guys. Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. Yourself?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad.
Good.
A lot better now. And the debut tonight. How you doing, Carl? Welcome to the channel.
Yeah, all good, mate. All good. Thank you for allowing me to come on. Much appreciated. Kind of makes sense for me to come on, considering I'm going to be there from Friday for SmackDown and Clash at the Castle. But no, it's great to be on. Thank you for having me.
That's right. Great way to come in, make us all jealous, mate. But no,
just rub it in. Why don't you?
Yeah, well, no, but welcome. No, pleasure to have you here, mate. And Tariq, welcome as well. How you doing, mate?
I'm good, thanks. You yourself?
Yeah, not too bad. And Tony, sorry, I was just reading something in the comments there. Sorry, Tony, I didn't forget you. But how you doing, mate? You okay?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. I'm good, thanks.
Excellent. So just gonna say hello to a couple of guys we've got into chat. We have G. She's saying evening all. We
Evening, G.
AJ is here as well. Not Styles. Please like the stream if you haven't already. Oh, thank you very much. Helped Carl out. There you go. Oh, from someone from your channel. That's brilliant.
He's my wise man. He's my moderator.
Oh, is it? Excellent. And we also have Russ Morgan as well. Wrestling has more than one royal family. We are the other, indeed. So excellent. As so far, Mr. Tom is not here yet, so I'm sure he'll be here in a second. So let's kick things off, shall we? Clash at the Castle this Saturday. 5 matches in total, and we'll go around and get some predictions and your thoughts and feelings on the match. I'll start with you, Tony, first. The women's tag team triple threat match this weekend. We see Bianca and Jade versus, Zoe and Shayna versus Fire and Dawn. What's your thoughts, first of all, on the match, and could we see a hometown win on this one?
I'm looking quite forward to it, because if it was just a straight tag team match, sometimes they're a bit boring. Sometimes a bit more action in it with a triple threat, because obviously they'll all be in the ring at the same time, maybe. So yeah, that'll be pretty decent. I don't think we'll see a hometown win. I think we'll get close to it. I think there'll obviously be near falls and so on, and the anticipation will be there. But I can't really see a Jade and Bianca dropping the belts. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. But like I said, I can't see him dropping the belts.
Okay, and what would be your prediction for that match?
Jade and Bianca to win.
Jade and Bianca to win. Tariq, I'll go over to you next, mate. Could this be the start of them breaking up? Could we see some signs maybe in there?
No, I think it's too early. I think it's one of them ones where they sort of link together all the combinations. They've got moves, same gear. So to sort of break it up right now might be a bit rubbish. I'd give it till the end of the year, so I can sort of see them on the same page for a good while. Yeah.
So build up the storyline, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, and who you going for in that match?
The champions to retain.
Champions as well to retain. And Carl, over to you, mate. Is this a match you're looking forward to? We've spoken on this channel. You haven't seen probably before. We've questioned the women's tag team titles about how they're not really relevant at the moment, and it needed a team like Jade and Bianca to probably bring the prestige back to the titles. Do you feel them hanging on to them this weekend will just heighten them titles even more, or do you feel they need a change?
I don't think they need a change just yet. I think what Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill have brought in as champions, they are the strongest of units. They're just a powerhouse duo right now, and I think no one can touch them. It will be broken from the inside. I think we can all pretty much guarantee that. It will be broken from the inside, probably somewhere maybe Survivor Series, War Games, where they could start turning on each other maybe. But as far as this triple threat is concerned, look, it's good to see Alba Fire and Isla Dawn finally get their shot. As I said, they have been part of Scottish independent wrestling since their inception. They've been at ICW. then they've got their chance to do it in front of the home crowd. What I will say is, though, I think WWE, they can be very coy on this. They could easily, excuse my language, piss off the Scottish crowd and just get either Dawn or Fire get pinned, or they will save their face and say they'll lose, but they won't get pinned. But if you want my prediction, the tag titles get retained. Just as a caveat, I think it'll be Shayna Baszler gets pinned.
Yeah, put a good shout. I think that's what we all might reckon in the chat. Just want to say hello to her as well. Be it Gunners in, and Mr. Tom is here now. Welcome, Mr. Tom. He says here, Jake, if you're not in the ladies single title hunt, you're not in a tag team, there's no in between. Is this where we've all kind of agreed? I think the whole wrestling community has also agreed that there needs to be that extra title, like a women's intercontinental or women's US title. You've seen it in NXT this past weekend, that they brought in a North American title for the women. Is that something the main roster needs?
Yeah, I think they do. Yeah. Well, it will shape things up for sure. Like it's shaped up for NXT. I think it will just bring a different, like what they've done with hopefully they do it better than the 24/7 title. But but with the women's one, either a women's intercontinental or either a women's United States champion. But it'll definitely shape things up with all the other wrestlers that are in there that's not champions at the moment. But
and what's your prediction for the match, mate?
My prediction's to retain the champs will retain.
Cool.
Yeah.
And lastly, over to you, Craig. Just your thoughts really on the match. Could we see maybe Isla Dawn? I'm saying it wrong, aren't I? I just call them Fire and Dawn. Isla. Could you see them actually walking out? Because we can see a lot of things maybe might not go to plan in the matches. I know I've heard quite a lot of rumours that Priest might retain. I don't know where this is going to go, but still, could we see this could be the title to change?
I don't think so. I don't think there's much more that I can add that the gents haven't already spoken about. I think it makes Jade and Bianca look stronger, to kind of make them look like that strong pair. I think I'm just seeing what that says.
Yeah, it's Mr. Tom as usual.
He got battered like a bit of fish, didn't he?
We'll go on to that in a bit, definitely.
Yeah. I think that the Scottish duo will get a good push. I think they'll be made to look really good, really strong in front of the home crowds. Like Carl was saying, I don't think they're the ones to be pinned. I don't think it does them any good in front of their home crowds. But yeah, I'm going for them to retain. There's not much more that the guys haven't said. I think it makes them stronger, makes them look stronger, and then the cracks will start appearing a little bit later on down the line.
Cool. I'm going to go different to everyone. I'm going Dawn and Fire to win the titles.
You don't want this belt, do you?
No. I've kind of got to be the one that doesn't agree. That's what it feels like sometimes.
Favourites, but
you've got to try and.
I mean, fair play to you, mate. If you pull that one off. Yeah.
Well, I'll go for them, and hopefully we'll see what happens. Sticking with you, Craig, we'll go on to the next match anyway. We'll go on to the Sami Zayn, Chad Gable match. Now, this has been interesting, isn't it? The storyline's been built with Otis, as well as the Alpha Academy. Can you see them guys potentially playing a vital role in this match of the weekend?
I mean, this is the one, apart from Drew and Priest, that has probably got me stumped a little bit. I don't know if Otis is going to get involved. I mean, is this where we see him finally snap and cost Chad the title? Or do we think it's going to happen and like all the other weeks, he batters Sammy and then, Chad with... I think either way it's going to be a good match. They're both very, very good wrestlers. Chad, I think they're both going to complement each other in this match. I don't want to throw out match of the night because the last time we did that at WrestleMania, it backfired on us. but I think it's got the potential to be up there as a really, really good match for the night. I'm gonna go Sammy to retain.
Cool. Sammy to
Yeah.
retain. Excellent. Let me just see what Mr. Tom's saying here. He was saying Gabriel literally has them hostage. Yep. He said, well, he has their passport, basically, in a nutshell. We'll go to you next, Carl. What's your thoughts with this whole storyline, how it's been built with Otis? Is it potentially somewhere down the line, is it leading to a title run for Otis more than it's building up Gable and Zayn, if you get what I mean? Is he kind of like the diamond that's going to come out of this storyline?
What WWE have done with Chad Gable since WrestleMania has been probably one of their best bits of works. The way they've turned him heel, the way they've turned Chad Gable into this psychological bully, not just taking shots at Sami Zayn, beg your pardon, but reading the riot act on Otis, on Tozawa, even on poor Max Dupree. She doesn't deserve that crap, but that's what happens when you're a true alpha male leader.
Yeah.
And what they built with him is absolutely fantastic. I kind of think that the way it's going to be a close one. I could see some shenanigans coming into play. I'm going to say Chad Gable beats Sami Zayn, not without interference. I think he is going to win it because what I'm looking for is further down the road. The next pay-per-view is Money in the Bank. It's being held in Montreal. Makes sense for Sami Zayn to win Money in the Bank then, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So there is a possibility of that. So I will probably say Chad Gable wins it, not without interference in this though. And we're probably going to see Otis make a mistake. Like he gets fed up with Chad Gable, then he ends up attacking Sami Zayn just out of pure spite, just out of pure shock and horror. So that's the way how I see it. I think it could technically be match of the night, but I'm not going to put my £5 on it. My name's not 90, so
not after Jimmy and Jay we did at WrestleMania.
We all said that was going to be match of the night, and yeah, I regret that.
Yeah, I think so did my Sky Bet account, mate. But yeah, Tariq, over to you, mate. With this whole storyline, we saw a snip of it on Raw that Otis is starting to kind of see the light, as it may. Could you potentially see him helping Gable, or like Carl says, maybe just attacking Sammy and then Gable gets the pin that way?
No, I think he will help Chad Gable to win the title. It'll be one of them. He's conflicted, so there'll be a chance, like he did in the previous pay-per-view, where he was, I'm going to hit him or I'm not going to hit him. Should I hit him or not? This time he's going to get involved and he is going to hit Sami Zayn. And I sort of think Chad Gable's going to win the title, but I can sort of see where this is the plan where Chad Gable gets the title and then kicks Otis, Maxine, and everyone to the curb on Monday Night Raw and gets the Creed brothers or whoever else into his new group. Because you can see him being a proper, not like a proper statesman, but sort of like Triple H was when Evolution came. He was like the leader. I can see it being something along them lines. He's been kicked out.
So you definitely going for a Gable win?
I want Craig's title, so I'm going Gable win.
Cool. And Tony, like what Tariq says, do you feel that could be the next step for Chad Gable, bringing in the likes of the Creed brothers? Jack Hager's left AEW. Could we see him potentially come as a return? You never know. Is that something maybe we could see down the line, or would he go better off a solo?
I think as a group, as a leader, he's doing like guys just said, he's doing his best work since WrestleMania. Like since WrestleMania, he's been doing arguably the best stuff in WWE, and I think that he's grown as a performer. And obviously, we all know he's a talented wrestler. We all know it. He's been doing it for years, since he was in NXT with what was the tag team he was in NXT?
Jason.
I can't remember his name. Yeah, so he was with Jason and Jordan, and I think now he's found something that it means something. I did see a clip. Was it him speaking to someone in the back when there was an interview?
Yeah, what's her face from the Creed brothers? Ivy Nile.
Yeah. So, like you said, that looks like it could happen, but I still think that he'll win at Clash at the Castle. I think again, Otis. I really enjoyed the bit on Raw where Otis made the reasons why he's with Chad. And he said because he's lost his peach, he's lost Tucky, and he's lost all this. So he's kind of given a reason to Sami Zayn why he's doing what he's doing, because he wants to feel wanted. But yeah, I still see him helping him, and I see Chad winning. But then, does Otis maybe at Money in the Bank have a match against him somehow where he turns on him? Or yeah, it'd be interesting to see. But I still think Chad will win.
Cool. There's one thing we can agree: we all miss Peach. And Jake, over to you, pal. What's your prediction for this one?
Well, I think obviously I want Sami Zayn to win, but I know Chad's gonna win it, and I think that either the Raw or week after, when he has like a celebration or something, is that I've won this, now back off and get the Creed brothers, which ditches Otis and the other two. But I think that might happen. That he's going to show us saying, I've done this by myself, I don't need you or whatever, I've got these Chad brothers instead. And they come out and blah blah whatever happens, and then I think, well, I know it's not probably, he's won it before but he failed, but I think Otis might win them if Otis might go in Money in the Bank, and then he catches it on Chad, and then that happens like SummerSlam or something.
For an Intercontinental, maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So are you going for Gable to win?
Yeah, I'm going with Gable as well. I was a bit skeptical at first, saying I was thinking Sami, but from what everyone else has been saying, they've twisted my words. But yeah, twist my thoughts. But yeah.
Cool. You know where I'm going, guys. I'm going with Sami Zayn. I'm going to be different. Just want to be different. Does it really? I just feel, I think Sami Zayn might just do it. I think Otis might actually help him. I'm thinking in the opposite to what you guys are thinking.
I went Sami as well.
Yeah. Oh, you went Sami as well. Yeah, you did. Yeah. And so maybe I'm not going to put that comment up at the moment, Mr. Tom, because we don't want to hear it yet. But still, yeah. So I reckon Sami Zayn might retain, and it might leave Gable and Otis to have their feud over the Alpha Academy. I think that might be the prize rather than the title. But we'll see what happens. As we say, we can't predict what's going on at the moment, which is good for us. So, Carl, I'll come to you for the next match. We have Bayley versus Piper Niven for the WWE Women's title. Is this one of them matches where it's just getting a hometown hero in? Or can you see anything suggest Piper might actually walk out with that title?
This is the only reason why Piper Niven is facing Bayley for that women's title, is because of the Scottish home crowd. It's the only logical reason why it is. However, I don't think this is going to be as a straightforward match as a lot of people think. I think Piper Niven is going to cause Bayley all sorts of problems. Few facts that everyone should know about here. She was the first ever ICW Women's Champion in 2015. In 2017, she won the tag titles with Io Shirai during the Stardom Championships. And not only that, and the biggest one of all, she was one of the first women to, I'm just going to look this up now, in ICW and NXT when she faced Kaylee Ray. She was the first person to compete in the Queen of Insanity match in ICW, and in the NXT UK, they fought in the first ever women's Falls Count Anywhere match on the brand. So she has elevated her game. The way she's put in WWE right now, with Chelsea Green, it's a bit like chalk and cheese, really. I think she'll turn on Chelsea Green at some point, because she'll always feel like that she's holding her back. Could she be a main event title contender in the near future? Possibly. It's still very unfair to say, but the crowd are going to be on Piper Niven's side. But Bailey will have her supporters, as we all know from the 2002 song by DJ Ozzy. So yeah, it's that's going to be it's going to be a good match. I think Piper Niven will get a couple of near falls, but I don't think it'll be enough. I think Bailey retains.
Yeah. And Craig, I'll go over to you next. I mean, like, you know, Carl was saying, she has been done dirty, Piper, since she joined. I mean, the whole Drew drop gimmick was just terrible.
Yeah.
But we were talking about Bailey a few weeks ago and how she feels a bit lost in her persona. Do you feel it's still the case, or is she starting to slowly fill into that? She's not a heel, she's not a face, she's the in-between sort of kind of character in the WWE at the moment.
I mean, I think we're kind of still where we were on it a little while ago. Like, we don't really know where she's kind of at, whether she's the heel, whether she's a face. I agree. I don't see any other result than a Bailey win. I do agree, though. I don't think it's going to be straightforward. I think Piper's going to go out there, home crowds, give it her all, come across pretty strong. I mean, it's a shame because she'll put on a cracking match and then we probably won't see her for a couple of weeks. Or, you know, she'll be doing something with Chelsea Green backstage and whatnot. But, yeah, my prediction's Bailey. I can't see. I think she's only in it. You know, we've said this before. She's only in it because of where it is. I don't think she'd be anywhere near the title picture if this was in, you know, the States or somewhere else. So, yeah, Bailey win for me.
Cool. And Tariq, go over to you next. I know we're saying, you know, she's just there because of where it is, but this is the sort of match that could showcase her abilities, you know, and her in-ring talents. I mean, she's got pedigree, as we heard from Carl. This could actually help her a lot more than it could dampen her. Do you agree, or do you feel something different?
No, I agree. I think what's going to happen is she's going to put on a really good match, be dominant, because when she first came in as Doudrop, she was really dominant and she was winning quite a lot of matches. So I can see it being one where she does get a lot of offense and they'll sort of protect her in terms of Bailey will beat her by a roll up, something weird like that. But I think it's one where WWE are trying to get, you know, because she's facing Nia Jax at the SummerSlam. Yeah. So give her that sort of big lady to fight, someone who's going to outpower her. So I reckon it'll be a really good match for her. And she's going to go into obscurity after. But this could also be one where she might get a chance. If a mid-card title comes up in the future, she might have a chance for that. As long as she puts on a good show, that'll be Triple H and might say, yeah, she's put on a good show. It doesn't matter if it's in Scotland. She can run in the semi-main events.
Cool. But you're definitely going for your girl Bailey.
The role model, yeah.
Role model Bailey. Cool. And Tony, I just want to throw this at you. Could we see maybe Nia Jax get herself involved in this match? Because I'm under the impression that she would want to face Bailey at SummerSlam. This to me stinks like, to save Piper Niven face as well. It stinks like a Nia Jax getting one of them disqualified.
I mean, as long as you don't slip on the way down to the ring, yeah. But I think, I was just thinking when the guys were talking, I was thinking it's going to be a shenanigans finish. Whether Chelsea Green costs her, and then obviously Piper and Chelsea can go off to do whatever they've got to do. And then either Nia comes down or somebody else comes down and costs her the belt. I don't know, but the Nia Jax thing's pretty good idea. I can see that. It would get her more heat. It would get her hated even more than she already is by the crowd. So yeah, I could see that, to be honest. But I still think Bailey will win though.
I think it was 3, weren't it?
I think 3 slips, yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Well, I think John Cena was there and he hit her 3 times.
Mate, the first one, she was gone, mate. How she got back up, I would have been done. I would have just laid on the floor.
ACL done in and everything, mate.
She could borrow your knee brace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jake, what's your thoughts on it, mate? Do you have any different thoughts? Do you feel Piper could win, or is it a foregone conclusion Bailey's walking out?
Well, as she's advertised for SummerSlam to face Nia, then Bailey. I think Piper's just there for obviously it's in her hometown, in Scotland. I just think Bailey's gonna win. Yeah.
So not laughing at you, just laughing at Mr. Tom. Nia Jax defends the title from the ice from Mitchell's Cup. She'll probably still botch it on her as well. So on the ice. I'm going to go Bailey this one as well. That's my prediction. I'm going to go with you guys this time. I can't see anything other than a Bailey win, to be honest, and setting up obviously Nia Jax and Bailey at SummerSlam, which is probably what we're all looking forward to more than this one. The next match, we'll go to you, Craig, first. We'll go to the Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre one. Now, this one is one that I think everyone is probably 50-50 towards. I know it's in Drew's hometown in Scotland, and stuff like that. So he didn't win at the last Clash, and we all thought he was going to do it then. It's tough, isn't it? Which one? How do you feel this one's going to go?
I don't know. Honestly, you'd like to think because he didn't do it at the last Clash, is he going to do it this time? The feud with Punk, does it need the title to be, the sort of match, the appeal it's going to do? Does Priest keep it and the feud with Balor, which possibly is an option, come into light? It's such hard. The people that are being mentioned coming back potentially on Monday, do they show up? Who are they going after? If I'm on the spot, which I am because we're live, I'm going Priest.
Damian Priest.
Yeah, I'm probably going to regret that, but you need a pick. I'm gonna go Priest.
I'm going to give my one now because I'm actually going Priest as well, but I'm going due to a CM Punk interference.
There's got to be. I don't think he beats him clean.
Yeah,
but I do think he retains. Yeah.
So we'll go that. Jake, what's your thoughts? Do you feel Drew's going to walk out of there? Is he going to have his flowers, his fireworks at the end of the night?
No, I think Priest going to win that. That sort of conflicts with, because he's obviously probably going to be out with Judgment Day with Finn, Dominic, possibly Dominic, Carlito and JD, but I think that Punk will come in as well, help, or not help, but sort of get rid of Judgment Day, but cost Drew the title as well.
Cool. So you're going Priest as well, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. And Carl, over to you, mate. What's your thoughts and feelings? Do you feel anything different? Do you feel it's Drew's time now to take the title? And do you possibly think that's what's needed in the CM Punk match to add the little extra bit for SummerSlam, if it is SummerSlam?
I think we are building up to Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk at SummerSlam. Whether or not the World Heavyweight Championship will be in the equation, I think is yet to be decided. As far as this match is concerned, this crowd is going to be absolutely raucous for McIntyre. It just so will be. But I have to agree with 90. I think there is going to be an interference, and I think CM Punk's going to come out. He's not going to come out with the music and living color playing in the background. He's not. He's going to come out in the crowd in black, in like black tracksuit, black hoodie, hood up.
Everyone thinking it's Solo.
Everyone thinking it's Solo. Yeah, that's a good, that's a fair point actually. Obviously the Judgment Day as well. They're barred for ringside, so Finn Balor can't be there. Dominic, JD McDonough, none of them could be there. So it just makes sense that either Drew wins this cleanly or Priest wins this via an interference. And I just think the way this is just set it up right now, I'm going to have to run for the exits because that Scottish crowd are going to riot. They are going to riot. So I'm going to say Priest win, but only with a CM Punk interference.
Yeah, I fully agree with you. I feel that crowd will be worse than a Celtic v Rangers match. If he loses, they're going to absolutely go mental. Tariq, over to you, mate. Let me switch your focus a bit onto Priest here. How do you think his title reign's gone so far since Mania? And obviously, if he does retain it this weekend, would you like to see him and Balor go at it?
I think his title reign has been average. Sort of not as bad as Bailey's has been in terms of boring, but at least he's got like storylines going here and there with different people, and he looks a bit dominant because he's got this fight on. He knows he's got a couple of others, and I thought with the Finn Balor thing, there is something going on there. I think the on Raw when Liv's card was in the Judgment Day's room and Finn sneakily put in his pocket. I think.
No one saw that. It weren't exactly sneaky, was it?
No, it wasn't. And the funny part is, I think that Finn. I think people have put in the past where it's that plot from a couple of years ago where they were like, let's infiltrate them from the inside. And I was a bit with the match, Drew and Damien. I was a bit unsure of who's going to win 50-50, but I think with the Finn taking the card on Monday, I think that something's planned for them to fight off against each other and Judgment Day to implode. So it's really good. I think this one, because Drew and CM Punk's fight has taken over the precedence, that's why Damien's reign hasn't been as good as it should be. But I think once they get past this and the Judgment Day break up, Finn and Damien having their little feud, that might make his title reign get better. You need that one sort of challenger who's going to spark your title reign. I think like in the 90s where it was Diesel and Shawn Michaels, that sort of two friends fight, a big one and a small one. And that's where you sort of become like a legitimate champion rather than just someone who's there to hold the title for a couple of months.
Yeah, no, agree. So, Damien Priest for you then?
Yes, definitely.
Excellent. Cool. And Tony, over to you. Just with that stuff, we were robbed, weren't we, with Finn Balor and his Universal title reign, with the whole injury from Seth Rollins. Is that potentially a route they could go round again with Finn Balor maybe holding the title for a bit?
I think he will hold a title some point this year, but I can't see him. Because obviously, I think Drew's going to win, and I think that Finn or Liv or Big Ed or someone will cost him, and I think that's where Judgment Day is going to implode. I think they're going to end up kicking Damien Priest out of Judgment Day, and then they'll just, because I think it's a tough one, but I could see Drew doing it. I really think that the CM Punk storyline with the belt will add something extra to it. I don't think it needs it, because I think everyone wants to see the match, because them two have been going at it for months and they've not even actually really hit each other. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's building. Put a title in there and you've got literally money making. It's going to be gold. So yeah, I've gone for Drew to win.
Cool. Just to let you know, guys, your comments and questions, I am taking note of them. We will try and answer some towards the end of the show. We will definitely be talking about that. That's a bonus question asked, which I'll do. And there's one more here from Ram as well. Drew to win, even though CM Punk will interfere. Could be something up SummerSlam maybe. But this is the match, isn't it? We don't know where it's going to go. For me, it's the match I'm most looking forward to of the night. Just because I feel it's been built up, and what with it being the hometown for Drew, it's going to be an exciting watch. So it'll be very interesting. So then, which leads us on to probably, I don't know if it will be the main event. I'm guessing Drew will probably be the main event, but we'll go on to the next match. And I'll start with you first, Carl. The Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles, or should I say Mark Henry match. I don't know. It's same old, same old. Is there anything new we're going to see that we didn't see at the King of the Ring?
WWE recycling old material again. Surprise, surprise. With this fight, I can finally see. I can see why they put a proper stipulation on it this time. All I'm going to say is this, okay? AJ Styles has never tapped out in his career. He has never tapped out. So this is going to be a different test for Cody Rhodes altogether. I think it'll be silly for Cody now to drop that title, considering SummerSlam is actually right around the corner, and we kind of have a good idea who he could be facing at SummerSlam, maybe. I just think what they built AJ to be now is this more. I mean, when he come back from his injury, I've never seen him look like that. Just completely and utterly jacked. I'm like, geez, he certainly took the Rock's fitness program. But I think Cody's going to retain it. Don't be surprised if the OC get involved. Gallows and Anderson get involved. Don't be surprised at that whatsoever. Can someone help out Cody? There's no one off the top of my head. There is no one off the top of my head, I think. I don't know who's feuding right now with Gallows and Anderson on NXT right now. So
sure, to be fair, no.
I don't know, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna say Cody retains. AJ puts up a hell of a fight. I think AJ does deserve one more title run before he retires because he's just pardon the pun here. He is just phenomenal. Yeah, but that's where I go with this. I think Rhodes retains.
Cool. And Tariq, over to you next, mate. Like Carl says, are we going to see any of these two actually say "I quit"? Because I can't see AJ saying it. I can't see Cody saying it. So is this potential where we could see a new faction show up? You know, it's been rumored. I really can't tell how this ending will go. How do you see it in your eyes?
I think it'll be one where Styles will say "I quit," but the only thing that I don't like about like "I quit" matches is going back to the old Mick Foley sort of era where he said "I quit" and they played it over the speaker like from there. When I heard Cody say the words "I quit," I sort of thought, are they putting it where he could lose it because of that? But no, I can't see with him sort of the way they've positioned him as the face of the company. Him saying "I quit," it spoils the whole thing. So I can't see that happening. So it'll be a good match, a long match, and it'll probably be one of them ones where he's tied his neck around the ropes, or the ropes have come off, like John Cena did to Orton once, tied it around his neck and made him almost pass out, and then he quit. I can't see it being like a normal wrestling move and to quit like that. But he'll get Styles to say "I quit."
And Craig, if AJ was to say "I quit," do you feel that could be it, or was that, you know, because there was some truth in what he was saying on SmackDown, where, you know, getting to see his kids graduate, he has missed a lot of time with Wendy. But could you potentially see this could be him winding his career down?
Possibly. I think the truths that he spoke have got to be in the back of his mind. I think he wants kind of to be in that title picture to prove that he can still go toe-to-toe with the best. I do think on this occasion he will fall short, but I think he'll put on an absolute masterclass, to be fair. I think this is going to be, not saying match of the night, but you know, it's going to be a really good match. I see going to do both say, if both don't say "I quit," and the potential people we know are literally on the verge of showing up, do they show up and somehow the match ends without anyone saying I quit and Cody retains. I don't know. I think with that, I think it'll be more like how Bray came back. I don't think it will be an interference with a match. So I think, yeah, AJ will say I quit, and Cody retains. Yeah.
Cool. Just going to say hello to Tony Daly as well in the chat. Welcome in, mate. Anyone going Saturday? Yep, Carl was going Saturday. We'll have a chat with Carl before the end of the show just to see his plans and what he's up to on the days, if he's got any meet and greets planned, if he's got that much money, what they charge. But we'll find out.
And we'll all sit here and cry.
I'm not that loaded. I've got a second mortgage now because of it. But anyway, I digress.
Cool. Tony, over to you, mate. How do you feel this is going to go, mate? Is this, like we say, it's recycled? It's Cody Rhodes and AJ again. Obviously, afterwards, we've got SummerSlam. What potentially could you see coming out of this match and then going into SummerSlam?
It's a tough one. I mean, I can't see either of them saying I quit. I think Cody will retain, but I still think there'll be some outside interference. I think a lot was made of Solo the other week where he said Cody's in check and you just don't know it. I think we might see some bloodline interference to keep the belt on Cody, another hooded member of the family somewhere. I don't know. I really don't know. Again, I think Cody is kind of doing the best he can with what he's been given. I really think they're keeping him ticking over until SummerSlam, until Roman or The Rock or whoever. Well, The Rock's not being, but I think, I don't know. I really don't know. I think Cody will win. You stumped me with this one.
Sorry, mate.
So I literally don't know. I mean, I'm looking forward to the match because obviously it's not going to be a traditional wrestling match, which with these two would have been amazing.
Yeah.
Because they're both very technical, sound wrestlers. But then with a bit of like fire in their bellies and stuff like that, we're going to get one hell of a match. But again, I'll get you back for this, don't worry.
Payback for Rhea Ripley, mate. So Cody to win, yeah?
Yeah, Cody to win.
Cool. And Jake, do you see anything different other than what the rest of the guys have said?
I was thinking, I didn't know. I was really stumped with this, because obviously I want AD to have like another title before he actually retires.
Yeah.
Or even if he goes back to now TNA, to have a run down there. But I think that Cody's gonna. Well, I want Cody to win. But I think he's gonna be beat up like from Helena with the OC. Like I can just imagine them with Kendo 6 being the little shit out of him, and then he wins out of that. And but yeah, I think Cody's gonna win from AJ, but it would be a pretty really good match.
Sure.
And probably, I think either you or Greg says it as the match of the evening, but I think that match will actually be the match of the evening, and then probably like a White 6 thing at the end, countdown or something again like what they did before. Yeah.
Cool. I'll play a bit of devil's advocate here. It's going to be tough, isn't it, for the White 6 or anyone to kind of come, especially when they're in another country. If you get my drift, like keeping them secret in the airports on the way to your arenas. It's not like the US where they could get in a blacked out car. It's pretty more. If you get what I mean, it's more difficult to keep them a secret. That's where I feel we might not see it till Raw. But you never know, do you? Who would have thought AJ would have showed up in Australia just to interfere? So you never know.
Sorry, Jonesy. One thing I just want to say. Mr. Tom 28 and Ross Morgan basically said that Kurt Angle must have beaten Styles with ankle locks, this, that, and the other.
Mm-hmm.
AJ, what I'm referring to with AJ Styles hasn't tapped out. He hasn't tapped out in WWE. Okay. There was two incidences where he did tap out, but one of the times where the referee never saw it, and the other time was in a triple threat match where he was caught in a double submission, but the match had to be restarted due to the confusion of the winner.
Cool. Thank you for clearing that, mate. And if you don't like that, get out. Hello. Cheers for that, mate. That's good. Always like to see Mr. Tom being put in his place anyway. Just because
it's not putting his place, it's just iron out.
Don't worry, mate. He's a Leeds United supporter.
He's just making out that AJ Styles has never been tapped out in the history of his career. Oh no, Perk Angle has tapped AJ Styles out in TNA. He has many times, but WWE, nah, not at all. And just as a little, can anybody here on the panel tell me another superstar that has never ever tapped out?
Jeez.
The Undertaker?
Well done. That's one of them.
Brock Lesnar?
No, he's not on the list.
Brett?
Sorry?
Brett
Hart?
No, he's tapped out.
Goldberg?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course Goldberg will be on there.
Has to be.
Yeah. Don't know, mate. I can't think of any more off the top of my head.
The other two, Samoa Joe, when he was in WWE.
Yeah.
And the Tribal Chief.
Ah, of course. We're big Tribal Chief fans here, definitely. And we, Tariq?
Definitely.
But no, thanks for that, mate. Craig, you might have someone that might take your title for Facts of the Week at the moment.
Fucking hell, I think I'll go to bed, shall I? I've never felt so fucking small in my life, to be completely honest. Fucking hell.
Lose that and then he loses his title.
Oh, lose the title as well.
Yeah, no, my luck, yeah. Cheers, Carl.
So yeah, that's your predictions from us for Clash at the Castle. We're just going to go into a few topics that were raised over the week in the WWE. We're going to start with this guy. On Monday Night Raw, we saw him taken out by Braun Breaker. We were talking in the group chat, wasn't we, that we were saying, you know, if it was back in Vince's day, he would have been sent packing due to an injury. It looks like that's kind of happened. Or is there a swerve here? I'll go to you, Craig, first of all. What was your thoughts on, obviously, how he's potentially exited the company? The whole thing with Samantha Irvin as well, getting involved. Was that something you kind of enjoyed, or was that saying she might go as well? What was your thoughts?
I mean, I think in the WhatsApp group, I thought he was going to get battered by Braun. I didn't see it going to like being thrown through a bloody car window. I just thought battered by ringside maybe and whatnot. It was good. I liked kind of the emotion side of it, that Samantha got sort of involved in it. I'm pretty sure I saw something on X that did Andrade win the Speeds belt? Yeah. Did Ricochet win it back?
No, Ricochet was the first one to win the Speed title, but literally in his first defense, he dropped it to Andrade.
It must have been someone talking bollocks in, because apparently they were sharing something that he's defending it this Friday. So it must have been bollocks. Because I was going to say,
he's just gone through a car windshield. He ain't defending anything.
How do you write him off on a Monday and then get him defending on a Friday? So that must have just been someone sharing bollocks. So I didn't think they were gonna, hands up, confetti, celebrating his best moments and this is your life and a big red book and all that shit. I did see him kind of getting battered, and that be how he sort of exits. Samantha sort of going and being emotional. Does she stick around? Does she go with him? Like, I don't think anyone. I mean, that's a hard one. I'd like to think she'd stay, but you just don't know, do you?
No.
Like,
they've got.
hey,
She's like probably the best announcer they've got. Even though I do like the other two, but she's like one of the best. Well, she reminds me of Lillian.
Lillian Garcia. Yeah.
Well, Pat McAfee weren't too bad, to be fair.
Oh, mate. He was funny, weren't he?
That was pretty entertaining.
What was it? Making his way to ring the most handsome bastard in all of
Yeah.
Scotland, apparently.
That's brilliant. Gotta love Pat. Carl, we'll come over to you with your thoughts on the whole Ricochet thing. I see Tony Khan put out a tweet earlier saying, or was it last night, that he doesn't, someone questioned him or mentioned about Ricochet, and he said he doesn't talk about talent that are still contracted to other companies. What did you make of that? And what did you make of the whole Ricochet thing in general?
Let's start with the Ricochet thing in general. Look, his contract was up. It was a case of is he going to stay? Is he going to go? The way this has now ended up, it looks like he is now definitely going to be on his way out. With regard to what Tony Khan says, he is one of the biggest bullshitters I've ever heard in my life, okay? And the reason being why, because he probably got an earwind from a certain billy goat by the name of Will Ospreay.
Yeah.
Will Ospreay said in an interview regarding the disgusting treatment that apparently WWE were doing on Ricochet, the fact that they only value his time for under 5 minutes is appalling to me. I just want people to remember who he is. He's the greatest high flyer ever. I know it sounds weird, but I do include put him on the same level as Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio is a multi-time world champion.
Yeah.
And Ricochet has got, if anybody used to watch Ricochet back in his independent days, when he fought Will Ospreay, go and check some of that footage out, because some of the matches that those two put on, Jesus, they were 5-star. They were 5-star, and they were on the small independent scenes. I remember watching Ospreay at Progress Wrestling at the Electric Ballroom in Camden. Yeah. Unbelievable talent. And if AEW do decide to pick up Ricochet, you know where that will be heading first.
Yeah.
Ricochet versus Ospreay, and that I will be all over like flies to a turd. Really would be.
Tariq. Sorry. Well,
yeah. So yeah, I think if Ricochet made the choice, he should go to AEW. TNA is not out the realm of possibility.
Yeah.
TNA not out the realm.
Yeah, it could go there as well. Dolph Ziggler's there, isn't he, at the moment? So could be interesting to see. Tariq, I'll just come over to you with the Ricochet thing and potentially the Samantha Irvin as well going. Could you see because there's been thoughts and loads of things thrown about that he could resign and she comes back as a manager and there's so much thing, but he's potentially out the door. So I'm taking it as he's gone. AEW is it Wembley, isn't it, again in August? Is that potentially where we could see Ricochet if he was to sign? Is it, something that, the big stage for him to make an appearance? We saw Sasha Banks make an appearance there last year, but she didn't eventually sign till later on down the line.
I'm not sure when his contract ends or when he can. I think it's end of July, isn't it? So he might. Is it one of them ones where straight away he can sign and compete? It could be one where
30-day thing, weren't there, or something?
They might work something out, between themselves, because they are dealing with. I'm not dealing with AEW, but like where TNA are dealing with WWE now, maybe they're actually dealing with each other. They might just say, "Let him go a bit early. We'll pay a little bit more to you to let him finish his contract a couple of days early, so it makes 30 days." And then advertise that he's coming in, and him and Ospreay having one of the main events at the All In. So I can see it being there. I think if it's just like Mercedes was just sitting in the crowd and just waving and doing a fancy hand thing, it's not. It was a letdown last time. It's like, is she going to do something? Is she going to get involved? Yeah. But she didn't. It was a letdown. So with him, it'd be one where getting him on the show would be fantastic for AEW. Just having that, like Carl was saying, the matches that they had in the past, having that, because it's to quote a Sheamus thing. It's got to be a banger. Yeah. It's going to be like guaranteed it'll be like, I'm not sure what their time limits are. It's AEW, is it 30 minutes or whatnot?
It's a 20 minutes. I think if it's a non-title match, it's a 20-minute time limit. I think certain titles are 30-minute time limit, but I think the actual AEW World Championship is like a 60-minute time limit.
Yeah, I think with Will being the champ, the international champ or whatever he is, it could be like a 30-minute quality match where that it might go to like a time limit draw. So it'll probably send the fans of us who are going. It'll be like a really good one where we'll see it and we can talk about that match being a nice 30-minute match where high flying, there's fights and proper brawls, and you never know which way it's going to end, and then you're disappointed. Probably get the can we have 5 more minutes at the end? I think, but I can see him going there. But like you said before, TNA could be something where he might go as well, because with them having that X Division title and Mustafa Ali being the title holder, they could go to their high flying because they've had good matches in the cruiserweight sort of thing. So he could go there, and then with them they also have the is it Option C with the title? Yeah. Guy the X Division being having a title shot, so he could like fast track him as a title thing because they're champion. They've only got Moose as champ and Matt Hardy's coming, so it's somewhere where he can potentially be a world champ because if he goes to AEW, he'll have a couple of good matches, Will Ospreay and a couple more, and then it'll be a Miro or whoever obscurity or wrestling on Rampage after about a couple of months.
Yeah, no, definitely. And then here, Mr. Tom said, let Joe Hendry write a song about Braun murdering him. Which could potentially happened. Tony, what's your thoughts on Ricochet? You know, what was his run like for you in the WWE?
It had some high points. I mean, he did win a couple of titles. I think they did miss a trick, though. I think if they would have stuck him with the Hurt Business or someone like that, or an updated version of the Nation of Domination or something like that, where he wouldn't have been on his own. I think on his own, he's just been lost. I think he needed someone with him. I mean, no disrespect, and he is a great wrestler, and I have seen some of his matches from early in his career, but he was never given the right stories and the right push and for us fans to get behind him. I think with him, I think for his career, it's probably best that he does actually leave and go somewhere like AEW maybe and have some good matches there. But even if he went to TNA, with the TNA and WWE's deal together, if they're working together, NXT, and he's still going to partly be with the company anyway. So this is what makes me think that it's all a ruse, that his contract doesn't run up till the end of July anyway. So if he's going to re-sign it, does he then quietly just slide over to TNA, stay with WWE, and then make a comeback again later in the year, maybe the Rumble or something? But yeah, I think he did get absolutely battered. And the interesting thing was when Samantha Irvin, she went running to the back, which was quite entertaining to see. She said, "I want to go with him." That was all she said. And obviously, you can take that as you will. But I was looking online, and people were saying, "Well, she wants to go with him." That's her way of saying she wants to follow him wherever he goes. But I'm guessing it's just the hospital for that. But yeah, so yeah, no, his run was, like I said, had some high and lows. But yeah, just wish him all the best, to be honest.
Cool. And just to say hello to AFC Always, big up Carl on the panel. Hi, mate. Welcome in. And Tony Daly said, sorry if I missed it. I think most of us went for Priest, didn't we? A few of us. Who went for Drew?
Just Tony, weren't it?
Tony, yeah. So the guy in the bottom right, mate, is the one to tweet once it doesn't happen. So yeah, Jake, just over to you lastly, mate. What's your thoughts on Ricochet and potentially it's happened before in the WWE, hasn't it? I mean, 10 years ago today, a certain Drew McIntyre was let go from the company, and look where he is now. Could you potentially see something like that happening with Ricochet in the future?
Well, I think he might go either TNA or AW, but I think he's most likely going TNA. Build up his character like Drew McIntyre did when he was in TNA, and he made him more stronger and independent when he was. I think he left after 3MB, didn't he? Pretty much that time, and we'll see. He's going to come up as either his independent wrestler, Prince Puma, and with all the mask things. I think he'll build that up with either winning the X Division title or whatever in TNA, and he builds up his character a bit more, and then WWE re-sign him, but as Prince Puma, not Ricochet, and then build up that character in WWE instead.
Could do, but to be fair, you know, he was a talent, wasn't he? You know, he wasn't rubbish, so to say. So he'll be missed. He did put on some good matches, like we say. You know, his run with Braun Strowman wasn't the worst as a tag team. They actually did quite well. So, you know, we don't like to shit on anyone in the channel. So, you know, we wish him well, and hopefully you can see him back in the near to future. So all the best. But can you just let us keep Samantha, please, Ricochet, if you're listening? For our ears,
one thing.
For our ears more than anything, boys. All right.
Yeah, completely. Yeah.
Not her Instagram post. But anyways, we'll move on to Craig. We'll go over to you. We'll start with you with the whole Wyatt stuff. You know, we've had these QR codes now for I can't remember how many weeks it's been now.
Quite a few
weeks. And this week's one has eventually led to a countdown. I don't know if you guys have seen it. So that's potentially counting down to either, it's Monday or is it Saturday?
Yeah, Monday.
The day, this could be it. This could be the end of the thing. I know you watch a lot of videos online, don't you, Craig, from a guy, Nightbird, is it? You watch quite a bit.
Yeah, Wrestling Days. Big shout out to him and the whole Nightbird community that he has on X. Whether they work or they're doing this full time, they literally break everything down. Like, the commitment is unbelievable. I believe the countdown finishes at the start of Raw. So do they turn up spot on Raw? Do they turn up during the end? I don't know. A lot of people are a little bit disappointed because it was very blunt. If you clicked on the Nightbird symbol at the top, it took you to the Kinsuki website that has all the journal entries. I think if you clicked the bottom, it took you to the Pluto symbols page. So a lot of people were disappointed because there wasn't anything new, but I think it's got to the point now where they're kind of winding down because they're so close to coming back. They don't need the videos, the therapists, there was a face, I believe, hidden when the QR code came up. If you paused it at the right time, you could make out, I think it was a nose, eyes, teeth. People are saying possibly Joe Gacy. To me, I don't know whether they might use old footage in any promos. It looked a little bit like Bray, from what I saw, from what a few other people. But do they do, if they're going brand new and not saying that they'll forget Bray, I think there'll be definitely references. But if they're going for this new faction, I tend to believe it's probably more Joe Gacy than anything. I'm 50-50. I agree with what you were saying with, the travel, and it's hard, it's outside of the country. But do we get a glimpse? Because the countdown is for the massacre that Uncle Howdy has promised. It's not a countdown to them actually appearing. It's this countdown to the massacre. So do we get, even if it's just him standing in the bloody rafter, something so simple would just, everyone would go mental. Like, it doesn't have to be him coming out and Sister Abigail and everybody, you know, Pat McAfee, Michael Cole, you know, like, it could literally just, it could even be a video promo. He doesn't even need to physically be there.
Yeah.
It could literally just be like another QR, like the screen goes, a bit like Raw Talk when they drop something at the beginning of Raw Talk.
Yeah.
Then that kind of goes with what you're saying. They're not having to smuggle them into the country. It's literally just a promo. And that's literally how it ends. Whatever the main event is, whether it's Priest or Drew, you think it ends. It comes up with the little symbol at the bottom, promo video. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be them there live.
Yeah.
But I from what I'm seeing, what I'm hearing, I don't think we're getting Bliss. Sorry to upset Tony. I think she's joining the group, but I think she comes a little bit later. I don't even know if we're going to get all 6. Well, we'd only get 5 if Bliss is part, but I don't think we get them all on Monday.
Yeah.
I think they build to it. I think we might just get Uncle Heldy and Nikki Cross on Monday, potentially.
Can I just stop in there? So when I got my emails come through of who could be fighting this, that, and the other, I scrolled down and there was something I noticed in the little smaller detailed of other wrestlers that could be there. There was 2 names that cropped up on my list. One of them was what you've just alluded to already, Joe Gacy. And the other one is Nikki Cross. They are part of the Wyatt 6 faction.
Yeah.
So don't at all be surprised if there's a little bit of freaking Houdini something that could happen at Clash at the Castle. Just as a sort of an insider before we actually do get to Monday Night Raw.
Yeah. Yeah. Just quickly over, sorry to interrupt. Just Tony Daly, they're asking, Randy, are we all Arsenal fans? We are, mate, except for the guy who's up in the top right corner there, who's a 1115 FC supporter.
Yeah.
What 1115? Well, it could be that many charges, to be fair, by the time they get charged. But yeah, he's 115 supporter.
They'll only get 6.
Yeah. But no, it could be interesting. Tariq, any other thoughts on it? On, you know, could it be a countdown to the end of Cody Rhodes' title reign? That's what I'm hoping for. What could it mean for you?
No, I think what it'll be is that one where there is some sort of thing at the Clash at the Castle where it could be Nikki Cross, because I'm thinking up in Scotland, they'll have a glimpse of her, and not like some of the ones where you can see her face. It might be one where it sort of has her. You can sort of see it's her, but you've got to look properly, like a bit of a teaser.
Like the bride, like the whole veiled.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and what they could do. I mean, Alexa's not joining. Sorry again, Tony. She's not coming in soon. I think with the Wyatt 6, it'll probably be maybe Nikki Cross's husband Big Damo might get in if I think he's independent at the moment. So because he's got that look as well, that nasty look, he could potentially be part of the group. So them 2 sort of at Scotland, and then when you get to Raw, that's where I think they'll all show up. So it'll be Gacy, Dexter Lumis, Nikki Cross, Damo, and Eric Rowan or Redbeard or whatever he's called, and possibly Uncle Howdy all showing up. But I'm not sure, because I'm sort of thinking that might be a bit like Retribution. When Retribution came in and they were all a gang of 6 coming together or whatever, so many beat up. I don't want it to be like that. I like the idea of them coming in bit by bit. But I just see it being one where the two show up on Clash, and then the rest of them do show up on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah. And Tony, I know you're heartbroken by the news of Alexa Bliss not being in there. Just to put some context on it, Carl, this is the guy who predicts Alexa Bliss showing up at every Raw, every SmackDown, every Speed, every live, every Sunday Night Heat, literally every WWE show that's on.
Whoa! Sunday Night Heat. How far back we going here?
That's how long as we predicted they're coming back, mate.
Saturday Night Superstars.
Saturday Night Superstars. Main event.
The last time I watched Sunday Night Heat was when Stone Cold Steve Austin just stunned everybody. Literally just stunned anybody who he thought of.
Yeah, she didn't return that night. It was the one.
No one returned that night.
Yeah, you must have missed that one. Yeah.
But Tony, just to quickly grab your thoughts on the whole Wyatt stuff. Could you thinking they're going to be there Saturday, or would it be a Raw?
I mean, I've not seen many of the QR codes. I've not seen it all. I've seen bits online where people have posted things on X, and I did have a look at what Craig was talking about. I had a brief little look through the night things, and I think we will get a glimpse of them on Saturday. But I think with that code, that date thing that you put up earlier, the interesting thing on it, when I looked at it, it's the date, but then also the time is probably, if you look at it, so it's the 6/23, whatever it is, but then it could be like June, it could be like the 23 could be the time, because in Raw, I think Raw finished at about 11 o'clock in America. So it could be like 11:15 and 24 seconds just before the end of Raw, maybe. Don't know.
I think it's just paused. I think it's just paused on that because it's actually counting down.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, right.
I couldn't get a moving one. the
I
budget don't allow it.
Yeah. I think we will. I think we still will get a glimpse of them. And I think in terms of you saying that they can't, well, not that they can't, but it will be difficult for them to get there without being noticed. I think literally, again, they can. There's so many different ways. They could have got a private jet. Triple H could have flown them over in the WWE jet.
Yeah.
Picked them up at the airport. Yeah, they could have got there anyway. And if it is Nikki Cross and her husband with Bo, they might have come over about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
As long as Triple H didn't use DPD, we should be all right.
Yeah. Or even use Yodel. God.
Yeah. Bloody hell, they'll be Clash at the Castle next year.
They would have threw him out the plane.
So I still think we'll see some element of them. I think then it will lead on to the intrigue, I think, for Monday. But yeah, so we'll see.
Cool. And finally, Jake, just coming over to you on the last point, is that, you know, do you kind of see it now? This is it, winding down, they're going to appear. Is there any surprises who you feel we might see, who no one's talked about, that actually might be in the group?
I do want to say that I think that everyone will come separately, because there is other. Because I think Nikki Cross and Bliss will be in it, but I think Bliss is more that she's got a side mission type thing, like with I don't know if you guys seen it, but that she's with the stuff that's happening with Jay, that people think that he's been kidnapped by the White Six, but then randomly came up on Raw. But one of the backstage segments, that Abigail Doll was watching him in the back. So I think that Bliss will come into it, but I think she's got like a side mission with Jay. And then we'll see. With Nikki Cross might appearing and Joe Gacy appearing at Clash at the Castle, as they're both Scottish, and obviously with Uncle Howdy as well. But I think they will turn up at Clash at the Castle and the Raw after, like what they did at sort of with Extreme Rules when they blacked out and Wade Barrett came out.
Bray
Wyatt, sorry.
Yeah, that's cool. We got you. Don't worry.
Barrett.
Yeah. Barrett.
I didn't know why that name just popped in my head.
That's all right, mate. We got you.
I just got a picture of his face with dreads now.
Cool.
Yeah,
That's not a good look.
Yeah,
No, it's really not. No,
I don't think me and Tony could pull that off either.
No.
So yeah, thanks for that though, guys. That's great. It's going to be an interesting event, isn't it? We've got a lot to look forward to coming up with WWE. Just a quick mention about NXT that happened yesterday. We had Cody Rhodes appeared on the show, didn't he? I know we don't cover much of NXT. We will do in the future. And also Wendy Chu. I don't know if any of you guys saw. She's got a new persona now. Could be something maybe there. You never know. There could be more than one. It might not even be 6. You just never know, do you?
The thing is I think a lot of fans have just named them the Wyatt 6.
Yeah.
Like, that's not actually... So is there room for this group to be slightly bigger? Yeah, interesting, definitely.
And also, yeah, Mr. Tom Shaw. I don't know if you guys see NXT, but yeah, Cody Rhodes gifted JC Jane his old undashing mask, which was a good nod. It's quite a bit of a throwback. Yeah, quite enjoyed that. So yeah, we'll move on now next to Craig. Your fact of the week, mate.
I mean, I feel after Carl's 20 facts, this is pretty fucking pointless, to be completely honest with you. So this is courtesy of Tony. So if it's a shite one, blame Tony.
Right.
So Jonesy's kindly going to put an image up on the screen. So this is the last ever image of the WWF before turning into WWE. Hulk Hogan was the last ever WWF champion and the first WWE champion.
Wow. There you go.
Doesn't quite have the excitement of everything else, but it's fine. We've got it. We've done it. Nah, do you know what?
It's one of them.
I like the fact whether it comes from me, you, whoever. So yeah, I'm only joking. Yeah.
But no, I would have known that. Wouldn't even thought of that.
Do you know what? If you'd shown me that image, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I thought he was going to say that was the last time he appeared.
Now I've seen the image, I'm like, oh yeah, shite. Yeah, of course it was. But if I hadn't seen that, yeah, not a clue.
Did he win the belt on the last WWF show? Or was he
going
into it?
He didn't retire. No, I think he won it, didn't he?
He won it on the last WWF show and then went into the WWE era with
I
it.
think so. I'm not 100%. I'm not 80% sure. I'm pretty sure he won it. He didn't retain it.
No. But there's a good question for us.
That's it. Put it back up. We'll have a look.
Let's have a look. Don't know.
I mean, that's a bit.
Mike Chioda.
If someone can call that, they're a genius.
He's not Earl Hebner. He's too tall.
Carl, surely you know that.
Oh, Jesus, that's a tough one.
That is, I couldn't even call that.
Mike Chioda. That's a name I could probably think of. Tim White. You never know.
Do you have to safari it? Who was...
Was it Charles Robinson?
Could be.
No.
It looks too big for Charles Robinson and because he's tiny.
He won it at Backlash 02.
Let me see if I can...
Was Hal Hebner's son a referee at the time as well?
I think he might have been, yeah.
Might be his son. I could be wrong.
Oh, Brian Hebner, was it?
Yeah, Brian
Hebner, yeah, that might be.
Nick Patrick was the head ref in 02.
Oh, he was WCW, wasn't he?
WCW before, weren't he?
WCW, yeah.
Not a clue. I can't see anything.
We'll see if someone can find that before the next show. We'll see what happens. So, Tony, we're going to move into now your news for the week.
Right, first off, this week we're going to start with some news on Rhea Ripley. She obviously got took out by Liv Morgan as part of her revenge tour, where she injured her shoulder. But reports saying that she's not actually having surgery on it just yet. She's having rehab on it to try and get it better. So obviously she's rehabbing it because she doesn't want to have surgery. It looks like she was scheduled to be back for SummerSlam in August, but if it's not rehabbed the way she's expecting, She will need surgery, so it might be longer that she'll be away, which will be interesting to see what Liv and Dom get up to.
She'll be pregnant by the time she comes back.
You're not wrong. That bloke has got some willpower, I'm telling you now.
I'll tell you that. He's winning at life.
Oh, jeez. Next, talking about injuries, The Rock, obviously, I don't know if anyone see it, but he revealed he suffered an elbow injury on the scene of making his latest film, which was called, I don't think I have it here, if anyone can help me.
Is that new boxing one?
Yeah, it's the boxing one.
MMA.
So,
MMA one.
Sorry,
that's
MMA,
correct.
not boxing. Sorry, yeah.
So he showed on his elbow, he had the size of a melon. It basically was like he had to have it fluid, all drained, and it looks absolutely horrible. So he's got to have the fluid drained from his elbow before he can have an MRI to see the extent of the damage. I don't know if that's going to lead into anything that he might not come back when expected, but I'm sure with The Rock he'll have some superpowers somewhere to heal him. So
sorry, Tony, that's just killed me.
Too fairy too.
Oh god. Okay. Next one would be we're talking about. So on Raw just this last week, it was announced that obviously we're going to have some qualifying matches for Money in the Bank starting from Monday. As of yet, we've had no matches, no participants. The only people that have stated that they want to go into the match, they've got to qualify, would be Jey Uso the other week with the promo on the stairs and with the crowd, and Sheamus. So whatever happens, it will be an absolutely amazing match with just them two in it. With another four people in there, it'd be even better. So, and lastly, but no means least, it's not WWE related, but Joe Hendry.
Amen. He appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
Sorry, mate.
I knew it was coming.
That's probably a copyright strike on you now. Well done.
I get away with it, to be fair, every week. You got to keep it less than 7 seconds.
Mate, we've had it every week for God knows how long.
So he took to X this week to say that his song has hit 1 million views on YouTube. So amazing. I think we've played 1 million of them here on just alone. But again,
you're not wrong.
So it wouldn't surprise me if we see him turn up in WWE or NXT some point soon. I mean, he'll be so over if he does. So yeah, that's the news for me this week.
Cheers.
Can
Mate.
I add something? Sorry. I don't know if you guys seen it, but his latest promo when he announced it, that Jordan Grace said, "You're in Orlando." That's where one of the either SmackDown or Raw's going to be before Money in the Bank, I think. So we could possibly see him there, I think.
I think it'll be NXT. I think he'll show up because if you probably watch it in the start when the first promo happened, that lady, she was cursing Mia Yim, and then she attacks him, and then Booker T goes, say her name, and she appears.
Yeah.
And to the reference, so Joe Hendry's coming to NXT.
Yeah. Also, Pat McAfee referenced it as well, didn't he, on Raw? He said the same thing as well. So. Be interesting.
One other thing I was going to add. Did you see that Shawn Michaels twerking with Sexy Red?
Yeah. I've seen it.
Oh, Jesus.
Booker T wasn't happy.
No.
But I'm just going to run around quickly because there's a quick question here. Just everyone, just one word answer. What's the match you're most looking forward to this weekend? Start with you, Craig.
Priest Drew.
Jake.
Priest and Drew. Yeah.
Tariq.
Priest and Drew.
Tony.
I'm going with Bianca. No, I'm only joking. Priest and Drew.
Cool. Carl.
Priest and McIntyre, main event.
Yeah. Definitely. Same for me as well. And just before we go, Carl, I know you're going on Friday and Saturday. Just give us a rough idea what your plans are. You know, have you got any meet and greets planned? Are you going with a group? What's your sort of, because we're looking to organise something with us as well in the near future. But yeah, we just kind of want to get your thoughts on what your plans are.
Well, I'm going solo. If it makes sense. In a hoodie, yeah. My plan is to get into Glasgow for about 9 o'clock in the morning, drop the bag off, get some merch from the St. Ocho Centre, which I believe is their little like the mall area. Just have a sightsee around around Glasgow. There's a kickoff show at 4 p.m. at the SEC Hall, so I'll be attending that, and obviously then you got SmackDown, which I'll be attending for that as well. I just hope I do not get roughed up in the traffic, because obviously not only is SmackDown being played on the Friday night, Scotland play Germany in the Euros. Yeah. That city is going to either be celebrating and there's going to be bottles flying, or the city's going to be on fire. It's going to be one of those two things that happen.
That's a normal Friday night anyway, isn't it?
That is a normal Friday night in Glasgow, yeah. Yeah, but I'm just there basically for WWE purposes. But if you do want to catch me doing other bits, I will be in pubs. You'll also find me in a nice rock bar called the Cat House. I'm into my rock and metal music, so you'll find me in there from midnight onwards. I was going to try and get tickets for ICW's 2-night event called After Hours, but unfortunately they're sold out now. They literally sold out a few days ago. So unbelievable that they've got there. So there's 2 nights there, and obviously Clash at the Castle on Saturday. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I've been a fan since I was 7 years old. I grew up watching the Attitude Era, and I've been watching wrestling ever since. Has it gone stale over the last 10 years or so? Yeah, I will agree. It has gone stale, but I think it has started to turn the corner a bit more. Yeah. And maybe with the assertions from AEW, maybe have given them a kick up the arse.
Yeah, it's kind of what it's needed, isn't it? Yeah.
So, but no, it's going to be a fantastic time. Going to be a fantastic day. And
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, so but I am traveling solo. So first I go up to Scotland, I'm going on my own. So hopefully I'm still alive by 5 times.
I'm sure it'll be fine. That's one good thing though about the rest of the community. If you go on your own, you go in a group, you always seem to find each other, and you seem to you make friends, and you speak to people from all walks of life, especially at wrestling events, which is good. But no, hope you enjoy it, mate. And yeah, that's it from us. I'll say goodbye to everyone. I'll start with you, Carl. Thanks a lot for coming on tonight. It's your debut. Also, you're welcome on any time. It'd be great if you grab some pictures. We can show them on next week if you'd like to come back with us next week and join us. But thank you for coming on tonight.
No, thank you so much, mate. It's much appreciated. And I will have some video. I will have some photos to send out. I was going to keep this secret and not do anything, just put on my channel. Goes, haha, here's a surprise. But I am going to be vlogging the weekend as well. Yeah. So it will be uploaded to my channel, but it's just me running my own channel. So the editing's going to take time, because I'm also a single dad as well. So it's a bit of a two-way junction I've got here, but that will come out as well. It might take a month or so, but trust me, I will make it as good as I possibly can. So, but yeah, I will have a vlog coming out for it. And yeah, just overall looking forward to it. And no, thank you so much. And thank you to the panel as well. It's great meeting everybody. Great wrestling knowledge as always. Yeah, fantastic.
Cheers. And where can we find you, mate? So if people want to look on your channel and stuff like that, plug away, go for it.
Yeah, you can find me on my YouTube channel, Gun Down UK. Obviously, the clue's in the name. I'm an Arsenal fan, so I talk a lot about Arsenal. You'll find me on X, KB Arsenal Pats 32. You'll find me on Twitch. You'll also find us listening to us on Spotify. And you will also find me doing other hosting duties for an NFL podcast by the name of the Patriots Touchback. They're currently live, if I'm not mistaken, so make sure you go check them out. And I am also a contributor for another NFL show, which is brand new, called Hurdle the Line. Started out only a couple of months ago, but great group of lads. And yeah, so you can find me out there. And again, mate, thank you for allowing me to come onto your podcast. It's absolutely fantastic.
Cheers.
Only thing you didn't drop was an OnlyFans link.
to come, really.
Hang on. Derek. Yeah. Make sure you get that link up. Yeah.
Cheers, mate. Yeah, no, make sure you give him a follow, and that'd be great. Craig, thanks for coming on tonight, mate.
Always a pleasure, mate. You know, I enjoy coming on here. It's a good laugh.
Cheers. Nice and focused tonight, mate. I loved it.
Mate, the focus tonight has been on point, mate. Anyone who thinks otherwise needs to be having words.
Tony, thanks a lot for coming on tonight, mate.
Yeah, thank you. It's been a pleasure. Love it.
Jake, pleasure as always. Thank you, pal.
Thanks. It's been good. Short to interview as well.
You're not doing a CM Punk pipe bomb, are you?
Oh, here we go. One talk of
does
OnlyFans. Here it
news as well.
Yeah.
That I don't know if you've guys probably seen it, but in that Japan wrestling that they've
someone mentioned it. I was going to reference it. Where was it?
Was this the geezer that might join the bloodline?
Yeah.
No, it's not the comment. It's with
is it not?
what's it that? It's like Stardom, but I think it's the different one from Japan.
Oh,
where
Noah.
they're getting Io Sky to appear on it.
Okay, yeah.
One of their wrestlers, but just to put it out there that I think Triple H has advertised it as well on his Twitter page, but that they're including more brands now, which is
good.
Should be better, like what other people have been doing now. Which
we'll have a 60-man and woman battle Royal Rumble at this rate.
And Tariq, last but not least, thank you very much, mate.
Thanks for having me. I love the new format and the way we've talked about this rather than reviewing Raw and SmackDown. It's getting better and better.
Cheers, mate. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Like I say, I only do it if you guys come on. Do you know what I mean? There is no show if I ain't got guests. So thank you for your continued support and everyone in the chat as well. We've had new people in as well. So thank you to Carl. You brought in some new guys for us as well. Thank you very much for that.
Yes, your channel got raided.
You
got raided.
Do you miss out Tony?
No. I said goodbye to Tony, didn't I?
Sorry.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Oh, did he? Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
Who's not focused?
Mate, this talk of focus, I just lost it, mate. Sorry.
Right. Yeah, lose the title on Sunday.
Yeah.
My focus is on that, mate. Always focused on that.
But thank you. We'll see. Join us next week. We've got a quiz coming up as well, which is soon. Craig will be hosting that quiz. We're going to relay that. But join us next week to find out who won the predictions. I'm sure bragging rights will be flying around. But yeah, thank you very much, guys. All that's left for me to say is, where's that room card key? Send it my way. Good night, guys.
You're not wrong.